Hi, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast. I am with the host this afternoon, Michael, followed by other host, Kat.
Hello.
And we're going to, at the very least, talk about the challengers for a little bit.
Yes.
If not all. Who knows if it'll fill up the full
Yeah,
episode.
we'll see if it's long enough.
But spoilers for challengers. It's been out for a few weeks now after this has come out.
Yeah, there wasn't, because I just saw it yesterday, there wasn't that many showings left.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been out for a while.
Non-spoiler, it was fantastic. Go watch it. In my opinion, at least. I don't know about you.
I liked it. I don't know if I'd go as far as fantastic. I definitely had like issues with it. But I'm not like a big movie critique anyway. So like, who cares about my fucking opinion anyways, right? So
I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd.
I don't rate movies. I only rate anime just because of Mal. So who cares?
Well, what would you give it on Mal scale?
You can do halves?
Sure.
What is the like? Is there a
10
like,
is masterpiece? If you're using Mal.
Oh no.
Yeah. If you're using Mal, just what would you give it?
Oh, like
There is no words for the 5-star to 1-star.
Oh.
It's your own objectivity on that.
8. Like a.
Very good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 8.
All right.
I'll go with the 8. Like I liked it. Like I might, because I only see movies on Tuesdays because I'm a Stubs member, so like I just see it for like the discounted rate.
Right.
Because I went by myself. Because I've been wanting to see it. I was gonna see it with Simran, but then she wasn't feeling well, and I was like, I'm still gonna go see it. So like I just went by myself. I'm thinking about seeing it again next Tuesday because I heard when you watch it again, you kind of see it from like different perspectives. But like Tuesdays are rough for me because of payroll, because I work late. So
Right.
that's why I waited so long to see it. Like I just haven't I haven't seen a movie since February when I saw Madam Web. So, like I haven't been
The last movie was Madam
yeah,
Web.
like I haven't been to a movie in like a fucking while. And then before that was Wish. Like, so it's been like long.
Did we talk about Wish?
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been very sporadic movies for me because, like I said, I only see movies on Tuesday, and Tuesdays are very rough for me for payroll. So we'll see if I end up seeing it again,
Right.
but I want to.
Yeah, I think Alex has seen it twice, and he's going to go see it a third time.
To like kind of try and pick up on different things.
I think he just likes the movie a lot. And also the soundtrack's really good. And it's like his vibe of a soundtrack.
Yeah.
Like he was literally like, I'd go see it again just to listen to it.
I saw Baby Driver like 6 times while I was in theaters. So,
But I thought it was great. And this isn't to say that Zendaya has had any bad performances, but this is like her first like lead in a movie, really. Mm-hmm. And she absolutely kills it. I think she is fantastic in this movie. Like
it's definitely like rough watching her though as like a villain because I like her so much that it was upsetting to watch her be such a bitch.
But she was really good at it.
No, of course. Like I think that she's fantastic in anything that she does, but like it was just really upsetting to me because like I want to like her, right. So then like watching me not like her was like upsetting.
I did think it was really interesting though that like when I watched the movie I was like I thought that what I just said where I was like not that she has never not been good but like she really like stands out here. And then I was thinking about it and I was like I guess she really hasn't been a lead in a movie like a big movie at least.
Well, I haven't
at least
seen
recently
everything that she's been
I mean I haven't either but like a lot of times she's been more supporting cast of high profile stuff at least.
Yeah, I think she is.
I guess I could just pull up her.
Yeah, I kind of feel like she is always supporting. I mean technically in this she kind of is.
I mean but she's top billed.
But they're all oh okay, so technically like it is, but I feel like while watching it they all kind of like either all 3 are like main or they all kind of like support each other, like I feel like it's not
all right, so I haven't seen
one or the other.
Euphoria, but like she is the main person in that I'm pretty sure, so but at least movie landscape,
but there's a lot of characters in Euphoria, so like she is like the main character in that, but they tell so many stories with the characters in that it's like it goes from so like
right.
you know, like she is the main character, but it's not like she has so much time over everybody else, if
Right.
that makes sense. But I think she's really good in
Yeah, like
Euphoria,
movie
too.
wise, at least of note, like there's the Smallfoot animated movie. There's Space Jam.
Didn't know she was in that.
There's The Greatest Showman, and then the Spider-Man
Oh,
movies.
she was
and
really
Dune.
good in The Greatest Showman.
Was she a main character in that?
She's a supporting.
Okay,
role.
so
She's
then
the
yeah,
love
this is
interest.
this
of
is
Zac
like her
Efron.
first big main role then. Really.
Yeah.
And again, I she's not done anything bad that I've seen her in. I mean, I don't know about Space Jam. I heard that new one was pretty bad
I
by
didn't
everybody,
see
but
Space
who
Jam.
knows?
Yeah.
But at the very least, as her first like real outing in terms of being main star,
Yeah.
fantastic. She did an amazing job, and I was never not convinced she wouldn't, but now I'm like, yeah, I'd just go see stuff because she's in it.
I mean, I saw it just because she was in it.
Yeah.
Like when I was leaving, my aunt's like, "Why are you seeing this?" And I was like, "Zendaya's in it."
I did think it was funny when the movie came out and there were a bunch of jokes about Tom Holland with the movie in general and them dating. But then when they were like there was like some rumor about them possibly going to get married, and everyone was like, he saw Challengers and realized he had to lock this shit down. But yeah, anyway, Challengers good. Spoilers from here on out.
Yeah.
So,
Are you team Art or are you team Patrick? Start with that.
oh boy.
I'm gonna guess that you're team Patrick.
I mean, no, Art.
Really?
No, he did. Art committed.
Okay.
Patrick bailed.
I'm team Art as well, but I just feel like we don't usually have the same opinion, so like that's why I just felt like you were gonna be Patrick.
No. Patrick's a piece of shit.
Okay, good.
Like I don't think he did anything wrong initially, because when they were in the college dorm room together, and like it definitely felt like she was being way more of an asshole, and he was just trying to like have a girlfriend.
So
But after that, he sucks.
I don't know if you've seen interviews, but like Zendaya has said that Art is the villain, and she's like totally like, I mean, she hasn't said she's a Patrick simp, but like from the interviews I've seen, she's like totally like Patrick, like all the
Really?
way. Yes. Like
it feels like Art's the one that's
I
trapped.
was like so angry like seeing this, because like I'm just like, my poor boy Art. Like I am not saying that Art did nothing wrong. I think they are all flawed characters.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think that's the whole point of
They're all
the movie.
pretty terrible.
Yes, and I think that's absolutely the point of the movie. But to go as far as say Art is the villain, whoa. Like she was trying to say that if Art was never stirring the pot by like lying and putting it into their heads, like to say like, oh, you know, Patrick doesn't love you, and to say like, oh, Tashi isn't taking this seriously, she would have never gotten her injury. And like it was going as far as being like Art's the villain. Like they could have gone far, and then later when they see each other, it's magic, and like she was going off. I was like, she is a Patrick simp. She is a Patrick fucking simp.
I feel like what? Because she gets the injury right after their fight.
Yeah. So it's like, yes, I get that, but to counter that, if Tashi wasn't such a fucking bitch and only cared about fucking tennis, she wouldn't have gotten the fucking injury, because she was the one who was the fucking bitch to Patrick
Before it happened.
Yes, and then he wouldn't have gotten so upset. So, like, I'm not even convinced that Patrick at the end loved Tashi. Like, yes, maybe he did, but I'm not even fully convinced that he did. I believe that he loved both Art and Tashi as people, but like in love wise, I'm not positive. Like, you know, like that's what kind of also why I want to rewatch it.
At the end of
like,
the day, he loves Art.
yeah, but like as a person, like whether or not
He'd choose Art over anyone.
like, but
BL
Patrick
is
loves
real.
Patrick. Like I got narcissism like the most from all of it. So like when they we're dating and like Art is stirring the pot and like, you know, putting these ideas in their head, and he's saying like, oh, well, Patrick doesn't love you. I don't think he does. And so like for Art to say that, like
Art is stirring the pot,
yes,
but in a way that like
he's
being
white knighting.
Yeah, he's being petty.
Yes,
like he's absolutely
he's white knighting,
yeah.
which yes, he shouldn't be doing, but he's
absolutely I'm the nice one.
Yes, he's in love with Tashi, so he's it literally what Patrick says to him, like, you're playing a percentage game, like you're going after my girlfriend, and Patrick doesn't even really fucking care.
Yeah.
Like that's why I don't believe that he was in love with Tashi. Like I think that he like cared for her as a person, and he liked to have sex with her, like, you know, like, and he liked having her as his girlfriend. He genuinely enjoyed their time together, and he thought she was amazing and everything like that. But I just feel like if he was in love with her, wouldn't you say, like, and I understand that not everybody feels jealousy, so he doesn't have to be jealous of Art doing that, but you also don't have to just let that happen. Like you can also set boundaries, like for your best friend to not do that. So like yes, you could be comfortable with your relationship and you don't have to be jealous, which obviously like Patrick wasn't, clearly. But if he was in love with Tashi at the time, I feel like setting that boundary with Art, being like, I mean, he did say to him like, oh, I think she's making an honest man of me, but like, I don't know. He always has this smugness of him. Like, it's always a joke with him that it's like, you don't even know if he's being serious. So it's like, you don't know if that was a fucking joke or not.
Right.
Was she making an honest man of him? So like, you don't know what the fuck he's thinking and everything. So like, yeah, maybe that's true. And maybe it's fucking not. And I feel like if it was, and if he was in love with Tashi, like he easily could have just set that boundary with Art instead of just being like, oh, I'm so proud of you, like, you know, playing this percentage game with my girlfriend. Like, whereas if you don't just say like, oh, you're playing the long haul to get my girlfriend, like if you were in love with the person and you actually were taking it seriously.
Well, knowing his personality, he could still think all of that and be proud of him because he's watching the guy that he's known forever finally like man up in a way of that he would have done back when he was younger. Be like, oh, like you're actually trying to fight for something. I'm a little proud about it.
Okay, so
that's kind of a guy mentality. I could see that happening.
To counter your point with a real life point of one of my exes who wasn't really a jealous person, his best friend kissed me, and we were already exes at this point, but I felt like I should tell him. I didn't want his, like, so I told him like about it because I thought it was like a weird scenario. And he said, he was like, I would be proud of him if it wasn't you. Like, you know, like I'm proud of him for manning up, but like if it wasn't you, this is like a weird scenario, like, so kind of the same similar thing of being like, I'm proud of him for manning up, but like since it's you, I am a little bit like uncomfortable with it.
I think though with Patrick, it's a little more that he's more confident that Art will never really do anything about it.
So you think just because
he's
of
proud
that because he's so like,
he thinks so much higher of himself than Art in that realm.
He's just so not intimidated by him that he just doesn't.
Yeah, that he's like, I'm proud of you for doing this. It won't change anything, but I'm proud of it. Because he gives that vibe.
I guess so, but I just
is that true? I don't know, but he does kind of give that vibe. I
just feel like if he was in love at that point, because, you know, whether or not he is in love later, I don't know, that's up for debate. But at that point, if he was in love, you know, he doesn't have to be jealous. That's fine. But I feel like setting boundaries, like, isn't, you know, he doesn't have to flip out on Art and be like, what the fuck, man? Like, you know, like you could just set a boundary and be like, no, I'm taking this seriously. Like, I actually
Yeah, but
really
clearly
do
they're
like
all
her.
they're all bad
I know.
at doing any of that. So
correct. And obviously, like, that's the fucking point.
Yeah.
And I get that, but I don't know. So like, I feel like Art saying that it's truthful, and Art saying that Tashi's not taking this seriously to Patrick, that one's the lie. That one's like the straight up lie. There was nothing to ever insinuate that
Right.
Tashi wasn't serious about Patrick. Like,
well, that argument that they have makes her feel like it wasn't to
well,
her.
so that's why it was so bad, because Art
Had
added
just
that.
done it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Like, so like I understand that point of being like, you know, Art's the villain, like whatever, because he had just like done that and said that, because there was nothing to insinuate that like Tashi wasn't taking it serious with Patrick. But like I could, as I just did, argue the fact of that Patrick didn't love Tashi, but also to Tashi's point, like, who said I wanted him to? Like,
Right.
you know, because also they were early on, like, he didn't have to love, you know, like, and that's fine too. It was really also the point of him saying that to Patrick, which is like what caused it. But also at the same time, like, Patrick's not the type of person that ever would have let Tashi talk to him no matter what, like that. Like, he never was going to be that lapdog for her that she wanted from, like,
Which Art is.
exactly. Like,
Art's whipped like nobody's business.
yeah. And like, Patrick's never going to be that for her. And like, that's what just makes, you know, the fight worse. But ultimately,
Like, she doesn't even really deny it.
I know.
Every point he brings up, she does not deny.
exactly. So like, when they're hooking up and he just misses his girlfriend, like, he's just like, missed you, like, they're just hooking up and like that's it, and she just wants to fucking talk tennis, and that, like, could you not, like, literally, like, it's because Tashi loves tennis and like that's it. And then if she's the problem, I mean, they're all flawed, obviously, they're all problems in their own way, but I don't see Art as the villain. I see Tashi as the main villain of this movie. And like, maybe seeing it the second time, I'll change my mind. Because I did see people, like, because, I mean, we'll get to the ending, but like, I had to see what people said about the ending. So I was kind of trying to like look that up on TikTok. And like, people said in the comments that like, which is how I found out that people were saying that, like, and how I found out that Zendaya said that Art is the villain. I was like, where is Art the villain? Like, but
He's fucked up, but he ends up coming across more like a victim than anything else.
I was like, the villain. I was like, where? But so like, people in the comments were like, oh, I loved Art the first time, but then when I saw him the second time, that's when I like truly saw for what he is. So maybe the second time, like, I'll change my mind. Like, who knows? But as of right now, for this conversation, like, I don't see him as the villain. I see him as flawed, but I see Tashi as the villain
Right.
of this entire movie, because from the start, she is the one manipulating everything from the very start, and she knows that, literally, from like the kiss scene, and she, like, literally the smile, like, she knows that she is the one working everything, that she is the one in charge of everything.
She just backs out and they just keep making out.
Yeah, like, she knows that she's in charge. Like, when she first tries to get them to, and they like back off, and then she just gets them to, she knows that she has it, and then she literally says to them, like, I just want to see some good tennis. See ya. Like, literally, like, she is the one running the fucking show, and she is the entire movie. So like, I see her as the villain the entire time, like, point blank.
Yeah.
They're all flawed, but I see her,
I mean,
as the main antagonist.
regardless of it, like, she is married and has a kid and cheats on Art 3 times.
Twice. She cheats when they're engaged, and then she cheats after like they have the kid.
Yeah.
I did see things trying to say that the kid is Patrick's, but I think it's kind of reaching. I feel like if that was true, they would have put something in there to like make it more obvious.
Right.
I feel like that they would have added some detail, like, because that's juicy. Like, I feel like they wouldn't have, you know, like, right? Like, I feel like they would have added something that after when they hooked up in Atlanta or whatever, they would have showed a next time, like, a year later, they now have, like, a baby. And then you would, like, know that, ooh, maybe, like, it's possible.
Right.
Or... I mean, maybe I missed it, but I feel like they had never mentioned the kid's age.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, so like you can't even do the math to be like, oh, is it?
Yeah.
Like, and when Patrick talks about the kid, or like when they're in the lobby or something, and he asks, and she says, "Oh, our kid," or something like our daughter, he doesn't say like how old is she or something, you know, like I feel like there would have been something, anything, one little detail there if it truly was to make you wonder, because like
they would have made it a plot thread somewhere.
Like there's a lot of mystery in this movie. If that was a point, I feel like there probably would have come up. Yeah, like I feel like that wouldn't have been something so like not talked about.
Right.
If it like was a plot point. When I was talking to Rachel about it, she was like, maybe there's like a deleted scene. I was like, I don't know, that seems important.
If it's deleted though, it's deleted, which means it's not part of the canon of the story.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like they wouldn't delete that though. And I was like, also, how quick is it to add like one fucking line and be like, she's 7.
I mean,
like, then Atlanta was 7 years ago. Like, oops. Like,
I mean, that could be a full.
Or 8 years ago.
That could just be a full deleted scene. And they went, nah, we don't want to have that kind of story in it. We don't need to add.
Oh
that
yeah,
plot
well, to
point.
make it like
yeah,
not
they
canon.
were like, yeah, they could have just been like, we don't need to add this to it.
But people like talking about that because of Atlanta, then like maybe and everything. Did it bother you that like besides that one scene, Art like doesn't fucking talk to the daughter ever?
Is that true?
Yes. He like never speaks to the child. She's like always just like talking to the daughter or like tucking her in and stuff, but Art is like never there. So I was like actually wondering if
I don't know, he sleeps in the same room with her.
Yeah, that one scene. That's what I'm saying. Besides that one scene, did it bother you that he like
he doesn't talk to her like when she's like, I want to watch Spider-Verse?
No. He doesn't say anything. He's just sitting on the couch. He doesn't even acknowledge her
do you think they made it
existence.
Spider-Verse just because Zendaya was in the movie?
Yes, like for sure. Also, the fact that Zendaya is always wearing these like, they're not like skimpy per se, but these little like silky like night dresses where you can see like,
I mean, she was
everything.
I mean, she wore a sheer bra. You saw her.
No. But always around her mother.
Oh.
Like, because her mom's always there, like to help with the daughter.
That's still a slip over. I mean,
I know, but I was like, I want to wear like something sexy around my mom.
I don't know if that's sexy.
She's like, they were.
A short slip over for rich people is just nightwear.
I don't like.
And she was rich. She was born rich. So like,
I don't want my mom seeing all the curvatures of my body. Like, I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
okay, I mean, but like, it's.
I guess
not that like you couldn't see your curvature of what you're wearing now. You're in jeans and a shirt.
I guess because but she like wasn't wearing like a bra and like.
No, I know, but like I mean, it's not like the same premise goes across.
Because they like always wanted her in that, because like she has scenes like afterwards. Like obviously they're not going to change her outfit, so they just wanted her in that, and like they also needed.
I mean, some people just that's like loungewear for some people.
I guess,
some
but
people
they also
don't care.
like wanted the mom. Like the mom had to be in the scene.
Literally didn't think about it once. Some people just wear that kind of stuff.
I think they were just like, well, we just gotta have both. So the box.
It's still like a nightgown. It just happens to be silk. Like people wear nightgowns and because they're not silk, they don't like form fit as much. But
they're sexy. Like you'd wear something sexy around your parents.
I don't think an inherent slipwear is sexy.
You didn't think she looked sexy?
Oh, of course I did. But like, but as a mother and daughter, no, I don't think you're thinking about it like that. You're just like, this is what I wear to bed. Like,
I don't know. Because like it started with that she like wore it.
Like you've never worn whatever you wear to. Well, you don't like anytime. You've never like walked out and been like just in a t-shirt or something because you're like it's the middle of the night and you're like, oh hey.
Yeah, but t-shirt's so different than what she was wearing.
I don't know. It's just like it's some people just don't care. I mean, some people
clearly,
it's not like that.
Clearly, but I don't know. I was just like, this isn't realistic to me. But maybe,
like your mother's never seen you in underwear.
I mean, when I was younger.
No, but like modern, like nowish.
No.
Man.
Has your mother seen?
Like in high school when I was like going to bed or something. Like
I mean, I guess
like,
it's different for dudes though.
It should be less weird for the daughter of the mother. You have the same shit going on.
I don't know.
Like I feel like you know.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go ask people now. Now I'm curious, so I'm gonna go poll people after this.
Just like I feel like it's not all that. Like I can't think of one woman I know that'd be like, if they like walked out of their room in their underwear and saw their mom, they'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, but that's different. Like that, like an accident. I'm gonna be like, Mom, no, like. But like not. But
what I mean is like that, or like that.
Purposeful.
Like I can't think of anyone that'd be like, oh, like if I knew my mom was like up and I needed to go get something, I'd go put something. I'd just be like, ah, fuck it, I'll just go get it and walk out. Go get it and walk back.
No, but like what she was wearing, I'm literally gonna like find a screen grab of her and I'm gonna poll people and be like, would you wear this around your mom?
Fine. All
right, I'm gonna figure it out.
We'll find out.
Yes.
I would think, or maybe it's just women I know.
Would
be like, whatever.
All right, I'll figure it out.
So
I'll find out because I want to know now.
Maybe it's just the women I know, but I mean, I can't imagine any of the people I know if I showed them that they'd be like, ew, no. They'd be like, yeah, whatever. It's covering. Who cares?
I don't know. I feel like it's too sexy. Like,
I think that's just you.
I don't know. Like, it's.
Again, because you're also not wearing it in that context. Like, your mom's not thinking about that. You're not thinking about it.
I guess that's a fair point. I guess because it's not in that context.
Yeah.
I guess. But I was thinking about Zendaya in that way.
Right. But that's because you're like, she's hot.
I guess.
To the mother, that's my daughter.
Yeah.
To the daughter, that's my mom. No one here should be like, wow, that's sexy.
I guess that's true.
Point proven.
I guess.
Nailed it. Anyway.
I don't know. I'm still going to ask people. I'm still curious.
That's fine. But I feel like I've at least proved the point.
I guess so.
And even if they disagree, I still feel like the context is important.
Yeah, because like it's still like a little mini dress.
Yeah, but like realistically, your mothers have probably seen their daughters in less clothes. She's probably seen her daughter in like a fucking bikini's less clothes than a slip-on. The slip-on's covering everything. Like, you know, like it's basically underwear. And again, they've also seen you since you were born. Mothers usually never look at you like that.
Yeah, but it's later on. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, my mom has seen me like way earlier. So
whatever.
I don't know.
This is the long tangent about mothers and daughters' viewpoints on sexuality.
On sexy clothing.
Yeah.
I guess. What were we talking about before this? Art not talking to his daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
I don't know how you didn't.
I don't know. They were always talking about stuff, and she'd walk in, and then, like, I guess...
And then he wouldn't speak to her. That's why I thought it was so weird. Tashi was always talking to the daughter, and then he wouldn't. And so I had actually seen the comment before I saw the movie about like people being like, oh, I think this is actually like Patrick's daughter. So then when he wasn't like talking to her, I was like, oh shit, maybe this is Patrick's daughter. And then that's why he won't, because it's like weird. I thought, because like how the movie goes backwards, I thought like maybe she was with like Patrick for, well, she technically is, but I thought like actually like with after college, had a kid, and then like got married to Art like later kind of thing, because he wasn't talking to her. But then there was nothing said about it, so then I was like, guess not.
Well, anyway.
But then there's just the one scene when he's just sleeping with her. And then somebody else made a comment being like, oh my god, she totally thought that he took the daughter and left. And then I like was watching the scene.
I also thought that for a hot second.
Really?
Yeah.
But then I like watched the scene, and then because like they played it like with the scene, and there's like no panic on her face. Like she just walks in and just sees them together.
I think she's
she looks
like
guilty.
I think she's still like processing. She walks over and he's
yeah,
gone, and
but
she's like,
she looks like guilty, but I don't think she looks panicked. Like, oh my god, they're gone. Like he
I think
took
that
her.
I think that would have happened if she opened the door and she wasn't there and been
yes.
like, I think she was
But-
getting to the point, opens the door, sees them together, and goes, all right.
But I think because you could see the projection of the stars outside, like there was no like panic. Like she thought that he left, but I don't think it was a concern that he took her. I don't know. She didn't look that panicked to me. Like when I was watching the scene, at least, like when they were like, oh, she totally thought he took her.
I mean, I also thought that was going to be what happened, like, because he knew. Because I think he also knows that she cheated on him.
I mean, he does at the end.
No, like before that. I think.
I don't think so at all.
Because I think he always kind of thought, and then that was confirming it. That's why he
You
wasn't
think?
like absurdly pissed.
You think?
I kind of feel like he knew. Like that's again because he just like I think
Because of when he saw them disappear?
I think it's just like confirming it for him. That's why he's like, oh, fuck off. Like, you know, and then like he just like, and then he just kind of commits.
So do you think he thinks that they just slept together? Or do you think he thinks that, remember, he like sees them, he does the signature, and then he looks back and they're gone? Or do you think he thinks that moment they slept together, like in Atlanta?
No. I think he knows about Atlanta. And then I think that symbol means that they did it again.
But that just means I slept with her.
Yeah.
But do you think, because he didn't know, it was never confirmed.
He woke up and she wasn't in the bed. And then he puts the sign there. He had to have woken up
That's true.
when she was not in the bed.
That's true.
Because
That's true.
she
Yeah.
was there when he
Yes.
fell asleep.
Yep. That's true.
So
Yeah.
I think he knows that she cheated originally, moved on from that. And then
Yeah.
it happened again. That's why he's like, fuck off. Like, because
Yeah.
I think he knew.
Mm-hmm.
I think he put it together and then that was confirmed. And that's why he's like, fucking, I can't believe she did this again.
Mm-hmm.
Because he knows that she was not there.
I don't think he knew about Atlanta, but like maybe he did. Because like obviously like he sees
He
them
knew
and
that
then
he
sees
saw
that
them.
they
Yeah,
disappear.
he saw them.
But like, bless you.
Thank you. I think he knew. And I think he just moved on. I think he was like, if she came back and he was like, all right, whatever. Like,
Poor Art. How could she say that he was the villain?
yeah, I think that he knew. Because there's no way in the real world, you're not seeing your two people and then looking away and looking back and they're gone and being like, I imagined it.
Yeah.
Like,
But it
right?
doesn't mean that they go have sex.
Yeah, but knowing all the history and stuff, and
They could have just went and like hung out.
yeah, but
because
but knowing Patrick, he would be
But
like, yeah,
they never saw him. So like
that we know of.
yes.
They could have
true.
seen him when he turned
And they're
around.
like, oh shit, run.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. But it could have just been like we're catching up. Okay, let's go do something. Like,
I don't think that I don't think he would think that.
You think he would just instantly
I think he'd
that
be like, yeah, it's Patrick. Fuck it. Like, they totally did.
I just didn't think that he thought that, because then there was nothing afterwards.
I just don't think he bothered bringing it up, because I think he's too weak to do it.
I guess so. But he didn't look panicked. He didn't text her. He didn't call anybody.
I think he was just
okay.
Yeah. I think
I
he's
guess.
just like, all right.
Maybe.
Well,
it's another
fucking-
mystery. Yeah.
I just think he's too passive about it. Like, he was just like, great. Like, but whatever. And just moved on with it. And then I think, again, like, when it happens, that's because he knows that she disappeared. So then he's like, you did it again. Like, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but he's confident in himself afterwards, like in the sauna, where he's like, I don't need to play this game anymore. Like, we're not 12. I'm confident in myself, and
So,
whatever, fuck off.
I was kind of confused. When is the sauna?
I think it's before the game, because they're both the old versions of them.
The sauna is
Pre-game tennis match,
yeah, but like the
final one.
yeah, okay. Because it was jumping so much.
Yeah,
I'm
that the sauna did throw me off,
I'm
but
like, where-
their look is the current modern day look.
okay,
So
so I
I
was-
think it's just before the match.
So I was like, where are we right now?
Because he says this game is a stepping stone for me.
yeah,
It doesn't like you live here.
Yeah,
It's just before the game.
yeah. But I didn't think that he knew about Atlanta, because there was the comment about him being like, oh, well, you're just upset with me because she could be into a guy like me. And Art goes, yeah, as teenagers. And then you find out about Atlanta, and he's like, yeah, teenagers. But Art sounds so sincere that's why I thought he really didn't know.
I think that he's making that more as like she was committed to him as teenagers.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think he's not an idiot. I think he put it together.
I don't
He
know.
saw them. They disappeared. She probably didn't come back for a while. Like, it's not that hard for him to have probably put that together.
I just thought but then again, if that's before, no, but
I'm just saying,
But
as a
so
human,
she-
it's not that hard to put together
But
that you saw them
she-
together, and then probably she didn't come back for a few hours. So, like,
but she, no, I really don't think he knew, because
I do. I don't think he's an idiot.
I don't think he knew. I think in the sauna, it was so like genuinely like, yeah, as teenagers. And then when the like shock of him being like, I slept with her, and then being like, oh, fuck off, that if he knew, like if he knew about Atlanta, and then he knew that the night before she went out and fucked him, I don't think he would seem so shocked on the tennis like court.
No, I think he knows, and I think that he's just annoyed that it happened again.
I don't think that's not what I got.
I don't know. I don't think he's an idiot. I think I have enough faith in his
I think
his process to put two and two
I
together.
think he has too much faith in them that he didn't think that.
I think he's enough of a simp to have just gone with it.
No.
He's putting up with everything else from her. He just doesn't want to lose her. I think he's willing to do it. And again, it's not that hard to put it together.
I don't think so. I think it was so genuinely like, I just don't like. I'll
All right.
if I go see it again, like I'll try and like pay attention like harder to see if like I can. I just don't feel like he would have said like as teenagers like that if. I don't know. And then like the way he says it on the court, like I just feel like he looked so genuinely like shocked when he said like, when he like did the symbol of like I slept with her.
I'm just saying, I still think he can be shocked that it happened, but I think that.
But if he knew, because she disappeared, like he knew. Like she
maybe he doesn't necessarily
again.
like. Yeah, but like it's confirmation.
I don't know.
It's an assumption until it was confirmed, so you could still be shocked after it's being confirmed. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's true, and then it actually happened. He's like, I can't fucking believe this again. Like, fuck off. I don't know. Differing of opinions, I guess.
Yeah, have to ask Alex what he got.
You can come see the movie with us later today.
I can't. I have plans.
Gonna go see Fall Guy.
My aunt saw that. She said it was good.
I mean, Ryan Gosling probably can't go wrong, really.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a stunt movie by David Leitch, so I'm excited. Anyway,
Wait, question about the sauna. Did you get sexual tension from the two of them?
I don't think Art is bi or gay. But I mean, we know for a fact that
Patrick
is.
Yeah, I didn't get sexual tension from that scene.
Yeah, I don't think Art gives it.
Because I saw so many people.
Do you want to put your dick away? Yeah.
I saw so many people like say like the sexual tension in that sauna was crazy, and I was like, I didn't get that like at all. Like the genuine like anger and like genuinely just about their friendship and how it has crumbled, and like the frustration that like I was not getting that. And it's not even about like the mean things that Art was saying, because Tashi would say fucking mean shit to Patrick, but I always got sexual tension with them. So it's not even about saying mean things that I'm like, oh, well, you know, sexual tension can't exist. Like I just genuinely didn't get sexual tension between them. So even though, you know, Patrick being bi, I still didn't even get a sexual tension from him towards Art. Like, even though I do think that he loves Art, like I just didn't get that for them together. Even though he gets close to him like in the sauna, like I still didn't get that, like because of this.
I think that's a lot of people just
like
fanfic brains going
into overdrive. I don't know, but they were talking about it, and then I asked Rachel, she's like, yeah, I totally did. I was like, really? Like I did? And she's like, yeah, no, I did. And I was like, I'll have to rewatch it, because like I genuinely just didn't get it in this scene. Like I just didn't, like Art is just so like genuinely angry that I'm like, I don't get this sexual tension.
I didn't get that
yeah,
either.
like between the two of them, like, and I don't even get it from Patrick's side. Like I just don't. I don't know. And then it's like, yeah, like they're totally like they're in love with each other, and I'm like, I only feel like Art is in love with Tashi. Like I just feel like he's never strayed in like the 13 years and whatever. He has just always been in love with Tashi, and that's it. So maybe before Tashi came into the picture, then yeah, maybe then he could have been with Patrick, and then whatever, like then it was a little fruity and whatever. And I guess their churro scene was a little fruity, but like I just feel like he just loves Tashi so much that it doesn't waver. Like I don't see it. I don't see that, like. And then Rachel was just like, no, like they just have so much chemistry. I'm like, you can have chemistry without like having sexual tension. Like
yeah.
I was like, I didn't get that. But
Also,
so many people were talking about it.
I was reading like the trivia for the movie, and fun fact, the churro scene was just that the guy playing Patrick had never had churros before, and he was just really hungry, and he was waiting, like they were shooting the take, and then he just was like, I'm still hungry and these are good, and so just took a bite out of it, and then like was just playing with it, and it was like,
really?
Here. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, that's great improv.
Yeah.
Just being there and being like, oh shit, these are fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm still hungry. I want his.
Yeah.
Just taking it and being like rolling with the scene. And it's great because it totally feels like it would be what he does.
Yeah. And I mean, they do just like have chemistry like together.
He was there the first time they jacked off.
taught him how.
Yeah.
Wild that you need someone to teach you how. You don't just kind of put it together yourself. Or, well, I guess to be fair,
late
he
bloomer.
he was, well,
On time bloomer.
yeah, I was like 12. I mean, it's a little early. I guess, I don't know.
Couldn't say.
I don't remember when for me. But like, I guess he just hadn't gotten to that point himself. But
And they were already roommates, so
yeah, and they were roommates.
that's what everyone's saying. But yeah, so I don't know. There's like so much that's like up for interpretation that it's so wild because I keep seeing that. And then obviously while we've been having this conversation, like just I didn't get that. And then
I do think it's interesting though for like a sports movie, the tennis is so little the focus of the entire movie.
that's actually funny you say that because after the movie was over, Ryan was like, "Oh, how was it?" And I was like, "There was so much tennis." I was like, "There was way more tennis than I thought it was gonna be."
No, I totally expected more tennis.
No, there was too much tennis. Like not too much. I
was like, I would disagree with that
I
statement.
was like, that's probably an exaggeration. There wasn't too much tennis, but there was way more tennis than I thought it would be.
There was way less tennis than I thought.
Well, I never thought it was going to be like a mainly tennis movie.
Oh,
From
no,
that
I mean-
trailer, I just thought it was mainly the drama about these tennis players. So the fact that there was a lot of actual tennis playing, that I was like, damn, there's a lot of fucking tennis in this. So then, you know.
So
like,
do you think he
episode
goes
1,
on to win the Open?
Wait, okay, so I wanted to talk about the ending. So I guess we actually are going to get a full episode out of this. I wanted to talk about the
We went
fucking-
on for a long time about the slip.
It wasn't that long. It was like 10 minutes.
It was like 20.
No, it was not. You'll have to like, figure it out. It was not that long. But the ending made me so angry because I hate not having like a true ending and like not knowing what the fuck happens. Because I want him to fucking confront her. So the fact of there not being any of that.
No, they hug and they move on with their lives because they're both happy.
No. That's not even said. Like they just hug. They could just go on and not be fucking friends anymore. Like I need to know what the fuck happened. Does he divorce her ass? Does she get together with Patrick?
Probably not.
Like what happens? I need to know. Like I don't know. It made me so fucking angry that it just ended like that. I was like, there better be a post-credit scene. And then I looked it up. I was like, there's no, it's on a Marvel movie. I was like, there's no fucking post-credit scene.
No, Art wins off of his own merit. Patrick doesn't go easy on him.
Some people say that it's not even because I thought it was that Art wins, but then when I was looking it up, it's apparently up for interpretation, like who won. It's not even said who wins.
I took it as because I'm pretty sure he wins because
That's
the ball's.
I thought.
I know crossing the net isn't allowed while he's falling.
So apparently.
But I'm pretty sure he gets the point.
So apparently, it's up for interpretation, and he might not have even won. Because I was looking it up. I was like, what the fuck happened? And then you don't know who Zendaya's cheering for. Because you don't know if... You don't know who the fuck she's cheering for.
Well, I think she's cheering.
For good tennis.
Yeah, that was it. I think
Yeah.
she was just cheering for good tennis.
I know. I think she's cheering for somebody.
I think she's just happy about tennis. I'm going to look this up though.
But yes, the ending made me very angry because I don't like not having an ending. Also, and I don't know if you'll think this, but I felt like the last like half hour was like, weird. They added just like a lot of like weird camera angles and like stuff like that. Only in like the ending like half hour where they just all of a sudden got like really artsy with like their camera angles, where all of a sudden it was like below, they're like sweating onto the camera, like, and then there's like the GoPro camera. I'm like, what are you doing? I was just like, it was a completely normal film for the entire thing, and then the ending,
Oh no, I really liked that shot.
But it would have been fine if like the whole movie.
No,
did.
because I don't think
it was, like,
I don't think
weird
it
that
I don't
they,
think
like,
it matters until then, because then the game is starting to
and
get
so
more and
that's
more
why
important.
they started doing it.
Yeah,
just
I
thought
think
it
they
was,
start
like,
doing more and more like cool shit with the tennis
because it was getting more intense.
Yeah.
Just
because
thought
it's
it was-
becoming more and more of the
I
focus.
just thought it was weird that it was like
No,
random.
I thought it was really good. I thought that was a really cool shot. It wasn't like jarring, like to me.
I thought it was jarring. I
No.
thought the GoPro was jarring.
I
liked the glass.
the glass
Like
was cool too.
like I really liked that, but the GoPro, I hated the GoPro.
Okay, so apparently, because you don't see the ball could have technically bounced twice, giving Art the point. But somebody was like, Art would probably lose the point, assuming he gets caught by Patrick before the ball hits a second time. But it doesn't matter because they were on a tie break, which means Patrick would just be up by 1 and they'd have to play more anyway to settle the game.
So they didn't even play, or we don't see it.
Yeah.
See?
So
That's even
technically the match
worse.
would just continue.
That's even worse. Then we don't even get to see their fucking match end.
But good tennis was starting.
I guess so.
So maybe it was just going to get real, or Patrick is going to be like, no, like you finally proved you would beat me. I just fucked up or something. So I'll quit.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever.
It made me angry.
I was very happy about
I
it.
hate open endings.
So you hate Inception.
I've never seen Inception.
Yeah.
But I know not to watch it now because I'll hate it.
Very famous ending that's open ended.
Don't know.
I mean, open endings are fine.
Nope.
They can be really annoying when it's like bad, but when it's done well, sure.
Nope.
Should watch Inception though. Fantastic movie.
Nope.
You just
Now
look
I
it up.
definitely
There is a
will.
definitive answer given by a director. You can watch it first and then go on.
Maybe.
But okay, well, so do you think that Art should divorce
Yes.
Tashi?
Yes. They
Yeah?
should not be in a relationship. This is toxic. Yes, he should divorce her. She's a cheating bitch.
Wow, yeah.
She only cares about tennis. She does not love him, and I don't think she ever kind of did. Like, I think she loves him as a person, but like whether she was actually in love with him, I don't know. Maybe at the beginning, but kind of like fell out of love with him. Like, I feel like she just loved that he really was that like lapdog cheerleader for him. I mean, for her. Like, it just genuinely was that he was Mr. Tashi Duncan. Like, that's what she wanted. That's what she,
Right.
like, but it's not. It was just the fact that he was there for her. And then that's what she, like, clung on to. But I don't think that is really what she truly, like, wanted. So, like, because if it was, like, would you cheat on your fucking partner? Like, you know, like, you wouldn't be a fucking horrible person in doing this, right? Like, and
Doesn't he kind of blackmail her?
how?
Isn't that literally like, because he's like, I'll just go tell him about Atlanta or whatever, or no, or I won't quit unless you sleep with me. Didn't he start like blackmailing her?
Patrick?
Yeah. In the
No.
car, he was like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, why would I? And doesn't she like? He's like, I won't do it unless you sleep with me.
No, she says, like, what? Do you want me to fucking sleep with you? To sleep with you to fucking do, like, to do it? And then you'll lose? She, like, says it. And then he, like, confronts her being like, you know what? Like, you're just lying to yourself. Like, you came here to fuck me. And, like, you're just saying, like, you can't even admit it. That, like, that's, like, what you came here to do. Like, you're so sad or something. Like, he didn't blackmail. Like, he didn't say, like, you have
Right.
to do it. Or I think you're confusing it because he ends up saying I'll do it. And then she was like, why? And he was just like, why does it matter? Like, I'll just do it. Like, you're getting you're getting what you want, and
Right.
I'm not even married to you. Like, just be happy. And she's like, no, I need to know.
And he's
that-
like, you'll never know.
like, I need to know why, that you understand, like, why you're doing it. And like, how do I know you're actually going to do it? And then he's like, you don't. And then she gets out of the car, and then he that's when he gets out, and he's like, your hotel's the other way. And that's when she spits in his face. And like, but he never like blackmails her and says like, if you sleep with me, or
He doesn't do it anyway.
what, lose
Yeah.
on purpose? Yeah.
I
I mean,
think
he
he was-
does. He
yeah.
hits the net. Isn't he doing that on purpose?
But I think after that, he commits to not doing that.
Yeah. Well, that's when he decides to like show him.
Yeah, because that's when Art steps up.
But I think
like,
he
actually beat him.
also does it to like rile him up, to like. Well, actually, I don't know if he does it to break him or if he does it to make him stronger. Because I don't really.
I don't think it's to break him.
I don't really.
I think he knows it won't break him. I think he knows that it'll piss him off, and then he's gonna get real about it.
I don't know. We don't see it, so I don't know. I don't know. But I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. So yes, I think that they should get divorced, because I think that Tashi just ended up with him because like he was just stability and he was just like there for her. But I don't think it's true. Like, I don't think Art was truly what she wanted anyways. Like, she was his coach and she was kind of just living vicariously through him. But like, he didn't even really want to be doing that. It like, like Patrick even says, like, Art will never quit tennis until you tell him
But he
he
did.
can. I know. So good for
So,
him.
Yeah.
But then the whole conversation be like, will you leave me if I lose tomorrow? I'm like, Art.
And then she says yes.
Well, that was actually, I feel like, the only kind of good conversation, because I feel like she only said that,
To make him try.
yeah, because he was like, how will you look at me, or something like that, and she said like this, and I think she means like the same way I'm already looking at you, kind of thing. And then she says like, I'll leave you tomorrow if you don't win, and she says like, is that what you wanted, or something, which makes me think that that's not what she was gonna say. But then she goes out immediately after he falls asleep and then calls Patrick, which then I'm like, so did you, because I was actually like, oh, okay, so she does want to be with him, and then she does it with Patrick. So then I was like, oh, so she was a fucking liar, like, so she didn't
But she
mean
does.
it.
She does it for him. In a fucked up way. I don't think that she should be doing it, but in her mind, she's doing it for him. Because she wants him to win, and she knows that
But
if
I
he
also
loses here,
think-
he'll be crushed.
I think she's doing it for her,
I mean, also true.
because I think she just wants Patrick. Like, I think she's doing it to be like, oh, I'm doing it for Art. But I think she's doing it because she wanted to fuck Patrick. She wanted to be with Patrick, because they wouldn't be cuddling like that in the fucking car if that's what it truly was about, you know?
Yeah.
So Tashi's the real villain. Point blank.
Well,
I don't know. I know Zendaya produced this movie, but I'm sorry, girl. I don't know what you're talking about saying Art's the villain. You've got fucking blinds on for your own character. Like, they're all flawed, and, you know, Art is not a perfect person. What he did was fucked up, and I definitely think that he got in the way of Tashi and Patrick's relationship, and, you know, that caused a different course for everybody. Causing the injury, I do not think that's what happened. I think that's absolutely Tashi's own fault, because Tashi should not have said those things to Patrick, because that was her own fault, and that's because of her being obsessed with fucking tennis. Like, he's just trying to be with his girlfriend that he misses, and she's just trying to fucking coach him and talk about tennis, and he's like, I don't want you to coach me. And she's like, well, somebody's got to fucking do it. And he's like, no, like, I just wanted to be my girlfriend. And then just like, you gotta be my cheerleader. Like, it's a fucked up conversation, but that's Tashi's fault. Like, that's not, because she doesn't even know what Art said to Patrick. So, like, what's going on in Patrick's head, I feel like Patrick is kind of so carefree that Patrick could have even gotten over that and, like, not even thought about that. So if Tashi didn't say the things that she said on Tashi's own accord, just because she is Tashi, like, that wouldn't have blown up the way it did. Like, that's not Art's fault.
Right.
So I think that Tashi's injury is Tashi's fault. Had Tashi not been the way Tashi is, Patrick would have been at that game. So, and like, Patrick still came to be at her side. Like, I'm so sorry, like, I wasn't there, like, please let me explain, and like was trying, and she told him to get out, like, was screaming. And then Art also screamed, like, get out. But I don't think, like,
I think he just does it because she's upset.
Exactly. Thank you. I agree. But people were going off being like, oh, he used this to manipulate and, like, get in there.
No,
and blah,
I think
blah.
he's there and she's pissed, so he's like, leave. You're not helping.
Exactly. I think only because she was doing it, that's when he did it. I do not see it as he used that as his...
Because it's not like they even started
Yeah.
seeing each other after that anyway.
Yes, exactly. It took 3 years, and he didn't talk to her. It was literally like 3 years of nothing.
Yeah.
And then, so, you know, like,
Yeah.
it was not like manipulation on that. Because the amount of things that I've seen that, like, Art is a master manipulator and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what are you guys on? Like, if you guys are talking about him going and saying these things to them, the 2 conversations we see, yeah, okay, sure, you want to talk about, yes, he does it, and like I said, it's fucked up. What he says to Tashi, I think is true. Should he have said it? No, he's being a white knight, he's being a shit stirrer, like, no, there was no need to do it. What he says to Patrick is false. There's nothing insinuating that Tashi's not taking. So, like, that shouldn't have been said. But again, I think that Patrick is so, like, carefree and everything that would have just gone away. Like, Patrick wouldn't have even had a second fucking thought about it, because Patrick doesn't even fucking care that Art is playing this percentage game, like, about his girl. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't even fucking care. So he doesn't care. If Tashi wasn't the way that she fucking is, and like, then that would have never fucking happened. So, like, I don't think that it's Art, it's Tashi. So, like, it just makes me angry when people are saying this, because I'm like, how do you think that? Like, how do you not think that, like, Tashi is not the showrunner here? Like, she absolutely is and has been for the past 13 years. Like, she always has been. She always will be.
So
like,
Patrick and Art should just get married and raise the kids
pretty
together.
much. Like, really. Like, that's pretty much how it should be, because she's a cheater. I mean, actually, I don't like Patrick either. So I think they should all just kind of go their separate ways.
Who gets the kid?
Tashi can keep her. She's the only one who was taking care of her in the first place.
I don't know.
So
about
Tashi
that.
and her mother can
I
keep.
don't know about that one.
She was Art doesn't talk to her.
He sleeps with her.
The one time that we know of.
Zendaya, Tashi passes the kid off to her mom each time.
Okay, so just the mom can keep the granddaughter. And that'll be it. Tashi doesn't get to.
All right. With that,
Yep.
that's going to be the end of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, like, follow. You have 3 weeks? 1 week?
What episode is this?
You have 4 weeks. 3. Sorry, 3 weeks. I got it. Got there. Well, because we recorded out of order, and I forgot what episode this was. You have 3 weeks.
SH bailed.
Yeah. You have 3 weeks to watch Fruits Basket Season 2. I had to look that up before we finished the conversation. I was like, fuck, I don't remember what the hell the episode was. Or the show was.
You could've just asked me.
I could have. But I was like, I can find it.
All right.
So yeah, you have 3 weeks to watch Season 2 of Fruits Basket.
Fruits season 2.
Fruits Season 2. Just any show with a fruit in it.
Yeah.
So orange, fruits baskets,
There you go.
some other one I'm sure, banana fish.
There you go. Rewatch.
Anyway, yeah. So don't forget to check out Cat the Moonstar on Twitch, and we will see you guys next week for whatever it is we talk about. No, Megan means hat. All right, there we go. All right, bye.
Bye.